All right, let's talk about a word that is, well, super loaded. Faith. For so many of us, it brings up feelings of control or maybe some rigid, outdated rules. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if true faith is something else entirely?
I mean, let's just get right to it. Is the word faith just another word for a trap? Is it just a tool used by cults or fundamentalists to get people to stop thinking for themselves? You know what? It's a totally fair question, and we've got to face it head on.
Because, look, for a lot of people, this isn't some abstract idea. Faith has felt like a trap, something tied to rigid dogmas and systems that seem designed to shut down questions, not encourage them.
But what if that version of faith is actually a counterfeit, a cheap knockoff of the real thing? What if authentic faith isn't about shutting your brain off, but about turning it on? What if it's actually a key to unlocking real, inner freedom and seeing the world with more clarity? That's the idea we're going to unpack.
So, how do we tell the difference? Well, we need a better framework. The sources we're looking at suggest that true faith isn't some vague, mushy feeling. Nope. It actually stands on three very specific pillars that all work together. Let's break them down.
First things first, we got to redefine the term itself. Faith isn't a list of beliefs you have to check off. Think of it more like a route orientation. It's like setting your internal compass. It's this deep, foundational decision to point your entire self toward what is real, what is good, and what brings things together. It's a direction you choose to walk in.
And that orientation, that deep down direction you've set for your life, it's held up by three solid pillars.
And here they are. It's pretty simple, actually. Truth, life, and love. A good way to think about it is like this. Truth is the light that lets you see. Life is the action. It's how you actually walk in that light. And love? Love is the destination, the whole reason you're on the journey. It's about unity.
Now here's where this gets really, really useful. Once you have this framework, truth, life, and love, you suddenly have a powerful tool. It's like a counterfeit detector for belief systems. It gives you a way to spot the difference between something healthy and something toxic.
So let's take that first pillar, truth. Real faith is a trust in truth. It's this courageous commitment to see reality as it is, even when it's tough. It takes honesty. The counterfeit, on the other hand, is blind belief. It asks you to throw away reason and evidence. One path leads to clarity and freedom. The other, it leads to illusion and makes you incredibly easy to control.
Okay, so here it is, a practical litmus test you can use for any group, any ideology, any belief system you encounter. Just ask this one question. Does it bring things together, or does it tear them apart? See, true faith, built on truth, life, and love, always leads to clarity, integrity, and unity. But the counterfeit version, it always ends in lies, hypocrisy, and division. It fragments you and the world around you.
And that gives us some very clear red flags to watch out for. When a system starts using lies to justify itself, when it forces you to live a kind of double life, when it's all about creating a toxic us versus them mentality, you're not dealing with the real thing. And any system that uses psychological manipulation or verbal abuse, or just flat out leads to more fear instead of more love, that's a counterfeit. Full stop.
The goal of true faith is the exact opposite of all that. It's something captured beautifully in the African concept of Ubuntu. I am because we are. It's this profound idea that we find our truest, fullest selves not by isolating and not by disappearing into a group, but through building sincere, healthy, and unifying connections with each other.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. This whole framework isn't just about judging what's out there in the world. It's really about building inner wholeness for yourself.
And this is maybe the biggest takeaway. True faith isn't about signing up for a list of abstract ideas. It's about cultivating a living, breathing, dynamic relationship with reality itself, with what is actually true and good and real. If you need a simple way to lock this in your mind, just think of a seed. Truth is the light that the seed needs to grow. Life is the actual process of growing, turning that light into energy and substance. And love. Love is the fruit. It's the beautiful, unifying, life-giving result of that whole process. And this part is so important. This is not about being perfect. Nobody is. The real goal here is alignment. It's about integrity, being an integer, being one whole thing. It's about getting to a place where you're not living in contradiction with yourself, where your actions and your beliefs are in sync. So let's just end with this. A question to take with you. Take a good, honest look at the things you put your trust in. Your beliefs, your communities, your daily habits.
Are they leading you toward more wholeness, more clarity, more unity? Or are they quietly breaking you and your world into smaller and smaller pieces? The answer to that question tells you pretty much everything you need to know.